That was fine.
It was fine.
That was good.
Seemed
that was
fine.
more than fine. That was excellent. Well done.
Remote jamming. 2 words that can strike fear into the heart of many musicians. It's hard to properly write and rehearse with inconsistent sound and loads of delay, and not the good kind of delay. This is where the Lutefish stream comes in. I'm Cillian from guitar.com, and today's video is brought to you in partnership with Lutefish, who've sent us the Stream, an interesting little box that gives you an extremely low latency solution for jamming over the internet. But that's a heavy claim, so we're going to put it to the test with some heavy music. Can the Lutefish Stream handle drop F Doom? I've got my guitar and my Epimetheus bandmates in different practice spaces in Bristol. Let's give it a go.
Should we do a run through of Perseus 9, because that's a good music bed to have?
Yeah.
The single that we have coming out next week.
Oh my god, the single that we have coming out next. Oh my god.
I'm going to turn my talkback mic off, and then we can go into Perseus 9.
So the Stream looks like an interface, but it's not an interface. It plugs with Ethernet straight into your router, meaning that it cuts out on all the sort of processing delays that you might get from going through an interface into a computer and then across the internet. So this gives you the sort of minimum level of audio delay absolutely possible. It also has 2 inputs, so you can plug in a mic and a guitar at the same time. They're both combi jacks, so they're XLR and 1/4 inch, and you've got individual input gains for them, and you've got a sort of master volume for your headphones. It has both kinds of headphone jack, and it also has a talkback mic if you want to skip connecting another mic for your vocals, so you can talk to your bandmates straight through the audio stream. It's got a maximum recommended range of about 500 miles, which means you can rehearse with your bandmates in different cities without having to drive all that way. Using the Lutefish Stream requires a monthly subscription, which gives you access to a network of musicians to jam with, as well as unlimited jam sessions with up to 5 band members. Once you're in a jam, you can adjust your mix and your bandmates' mixes, apply some basic reverb effects if your tone's a little dry, and the video stream takes place over a separate connection on your laptop, keeping as much bandwidth as possible available for the audio stream. Given its simplicity, there are obviously loads of ways you could set up a Lutefish Stream with a guitar, anything from using the direct sound from your amp modeler to using a real mic and cab. However, if you don't have the luxury of blasting a 2x12 at home, then you can go direct into the Lutefish, which your neighbours will probably appreciate. For my setup, I'm using 2 microphones going into the 2 inputs on the Lutefish Stream. For the bass, we've just got 1 mic on the cab and also a vocal mic going into the other input. For the drums, we've got a simple 4 mic setup and a vocal mic going into a mixer, then going into the Lutefish Stream. Our music can be a bit chaotic and freeform, and there's a few moments where we sort of have to really listen out for each other and cue each other back in. There's moments where we go into a bit of an odd time feel, and there's some moments which I'm just going completely ham on a delay pedal and tremolo picking, and it all goes completely loosey-goosey. Normally when you're in the same room, you can just sort of watch for these cues, but here we need to be really listening out for what's going on. There's a moment in the song Perseus 9 where things go very abstract and freeform, and I'm kind of following James's cues more so than I'm really sort of playing in any sort of time signature. There's a moment in the song Calling where we're all cued back in by a snare hit, so we all really need to be listening out for that when there's this little break in the bridge. there's a moment in our song Coalesce where we really pick up the pace and start to play in a bit more of an old-time feel, so we really need to be locked in. Overall, the Lutefish stream's low latency and video connection make it easy to play and rehearse like you really are in the same room together, even when you're playing loud, chaotic, heavy stuff without a click track.
The sound changed towards the end as well. I don't know what changed, but something did.
Interesting.
Ah, I know what happened. One of my earpieces, I unplugged it.
Ah, well that sounds like a you problem, mate.
It is.
As you heard, we're not exactly Meshuggah, but still, I wasn't sure that any remote jamming tech could actually handle our sound. But the Lutefish stream did. It's a seriously impressive piece of kit. The benefits of a solution like this really speak for themselves. There are loads of reasons why you might not all be able to get into the same room and practice as often as you like. So it's a great solution for those of us who find life getting in the way of music. It lets you work to a more flexible schedule and spend more time playing and less time lugging gear around. So the Lutefish stream works really well for bands like mine, but I can also see it being a great option for anyone from session players to music teachers. It's a super simple solution, it's really streamlined and really easy to set up and makes playing remote a breeze. You can find out more about the Lutefish stream with the link in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.